Rav Soloveitchik, in Reflections of the Rav, poses the following question. Why is Naaseh v'nishma such a great thing? The Gemara says, Mi gila razeh lebanai shemalachi asharis mishtamshim ba. What's so great about Naaseh v'nishma that we'll do first and then think about it afterwards? This is the way a drunk person behaves. He acts without thinking. We believe in Yiddishkeit that a person is supposed to think first and then act. Why is Naaseh v'nishma such a great thing? And he explains that there's certain decisions that a person makes in life that are more based on on the inspiration that he feels, as opposed to the details and the nitty-gritty and weighing the pros and cons of a decision. He says who a person marries. You're not deciding who makes the best kugel and who's going to do the most loads of laundry for you and who's going to do X or Y. But when a boy and girl meet, the girl's deciding whether to marry the boy. After they've weighed out all of the considerations, there's a certain meeting of the minds. There's a feeling. There's something internal, something that a person sees in the other person. What Rav Soloveitchik referred to as, based on the Sifrei Kabbalah, is Ratzon Elyon. There are Ratzon Tachton decisions. There are various factors. Of course, that's the basis for the decision. But ultimately, the decision is Ratzon Elyon. There's a certain feeling. When Klal Yisroel, or a great general in battle, it's not just because he had the best training. The great generals, they instinctively know how to win the battle. This was Klal Yisroel at Ma'amad Har Sinai. This was Naaseh v'nishma. There was something so inspiring, something so special. They instinctively knew to make that choice. It wasn't like a drunkard. It was something that was above rational reasoning. It was something that caused them to run and to want to accept the Torah. And finally, we can understand with this idea the Ramban in Parshas V'eschanan on the pasuk Yishamar L'cha U'shmor Nafshecha Mod Pen Tishchas Devar Misharo Einecha, where the Ramban understands that there's a mitzvah saseh midaraisa and a mitzvah lo saseh, to remember and to never forget Ma'amad Har Sinai. Perhaps the reason for this is, and the Ramban explains there, that the experience of Ma'amad Har Sinai, the excitement, the inspiration, being there, all of Klal Yisrael, we have a tradition that every future soul of Klal Yisrael, we were all there. And Ma'amad Har Sinai, being inspired, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us the Torah. And Rav Soloveitchik also points out that every year on Shavuos morning, when we read the Torah with the Tam HaElyon, which divides the Torah reading up into Dibros, as opposed to dividing them up into regular psukim. The Tam HaElyon is there because on Shavuos morning we're trying to recreate Ma'amad Har Sinai. Perhaps in fulfillment of this idea of the Ramban, that we have a mitzvah saseh to remember Ma'amad Har Sinai. Perhaps one of the ways we accomplish this is on Shavuos morning. May this coming Shavuos, when we stay up all night learning, to remember the fact that Klal Yisrael woke up late, to counteract that, to show how excited we are about Torah, how excited we are to be able to receive the Torah on Shavuos morning. And when we listen to the Tam HaElyon, we should once again remember that inspiring day to recreate Ma'amad Har Sinai and to remember this special event in our history. Hopefully, each and every year, we could once again re-accept and be inspired again and recommit ourselves to Kabbalah Satorah once again. A great Yontif to everybody, and Hatzlacha Rabbi with this year's Kabbalah Satorah.